First, let me explain to my friend Lou DiBella why he won't hear the word new. First of all, Kelly is going to win. And secondly, because of what was in the contract, the Taylor camp said that they would require that the rematch be at 166 pounds. And the last that I looked, you can only fight for the middleweight championship at 160 pounds. So let's make...
So it'll be and the best.
Whatever. I go back a long way in boxing, and for me, the middleweight championship is a sacred trust. I go back with the great Carlos Monzon, Rodrigo Valdez, and marvelous Marvin Hagler, Vito Antuofermo. I don't feel good about doing this fight over the weight and not for the middleweight championship. But we made a deal. And if you make a deal, you live up to the deal. And the deal was that we would fight this fight at 166 pounds. I think it's an advantage for Kelly, who's the bigger guy. But with advantage, disadvantage, that's the deal we made.
Can I just pipe in for 1 second, please? Yeah, that's the deal we made. But it would have been very simple for Jermain Taylor, who's had problems making this weight for 3 years, to not take Kelly Pavlik, to move up to one of the many names at 68 that couldn't compete with him. Guys like Jeff Lacey and some of the other champions up there who could not compete with him. But Jermain Taylor said Kelly Pavlik earned this opportunity. He's the one guy left in the division that I haven't beaten, and I want to fight him. And frankly, myself and others in our camp tried to convince him not to take the fight, saying, you're having problems making with the weight. Don't weaken yourself. But he said Kelly Pavlik deserves the opportunity. So we worked in a rematch clause that was over the weight. That was the only way we were going to do the fight. He probably, if cooler heads prevailed, that he wasn't the champion than he was, and he listened to some guys like me who are more businessmen than we are, have that athletic kind of zeal, then he would never have fought this fight in the first place, and Kelly Pavlik wouldn't be sitting over there middleweight champion. So to hear sour grapes over the 166 is bullshit. Thank you.
I rest my case. It's been a real pleasure promoting Kelly Pavlik. From the time he first started fighting for us out of the amateurs, he has demonstrated a dedication and a perseverance that has been tremendous. I think after all these years, I know what it takes for a guy who's talented to become a real great fighter. And I saw that in Kelly. Cameron and I discussed early on, when there were naysayers even in my own company, that, hey, this kid is going to be something special. We just got to match him correctly and bring him along, because he and Jack will do the rest. And damn it, that's the way it happened. Let me tell you, when I went to the networks, particularly HBO, and I said, I got a kid who is terrific, he'll be a big star, his name is Kelly Pavlik. You should have heard the laughter. You should have, Kelly who? And finally, they wanted Jorge Arce on a card in LA, and I insisted on putting on the undercard match for television, and I matched him against Certucci. And he knocked Certucci out and really ended Certucci's career. And so they were looking for cannon fodder because they had this great fighter named Edison Miranda, and they needed a guy who had just come off a win to put in with Miranda, so Miranda could whack him out, and then they put Miranda in with Jermain. I knew what was up. And okay, cannon fodder, talk to Jack, talk to Cameron, talk to Mike, we'll take the fight. And you saw what happened. And then we paid the price to get Jermain Taylor. Now, if Jermain had gone up in weight, and which he could have done, and not fought Kelly, the title would have been vacant. We would have fought Joe
Blow and made $200,000.
Joe, all that's true. We could have fought Joe Schmagegi from the Ukraine and won the title. But what the hell would that have been? Instead, we opted to give him a rematch clause. Well, we're the mandatory, so we didn't have to do that. We gave him the rematch clause. We agreed on 166 pounds. They had made 175. We agreed to that also. We agreed to everything. Nobody put a gun to our head. But we got the fight, and Kelly proved who Kelly Pavlik is. Now, I know the city of Youngstown. I know it from the time of Ray Mancini. And I know what a depressed area it was, but what wonderful people lived there. And I know Ray in his time, and certainly now Kelly, have given that place new hope. And let me tell you something. When the new president is elected, I am sure she is going to bring back the industrial base to Youngstown, because they're the greatest people in the world, and Kelly Pavlik has become their symbol. So I can't tell you how proud I am to introduce to you the middleweight champion of the world from Youngstown, Ohio, Kelly Pavlik.
Once again, I'd like to thank HBO Pay-Per-View, Mr. Erm, Mr. DeBella. You guys know me, not much of words, and got much really to say. I'm definitely excited for the 16th. Training, I disagree with Mr. Erm on that because I'm loving this 166. Enjoying it. We're strong. Gives us a couple more hours of training that I didn't think I could do more than last time, but I have energy. Jermain deserves the shot back, and the big question was, are you surprised that Jermain took this rematch so quick? Well, at the very beginning I was, and I ain't gonna lie to you, very, very surprised. Not any fighter really don't do that, not that quick. But then again, you see the guys that he's beaten Hopkins, who was the king of the middleweight division for however many years it was. A lot older than I am, so I don't even remember he was the champ for a long time. Winky Wright, who's still considered pound for pound fighter. Corey Spinks, who's a very fast and awkward fighter. So you sit there and you think about it, of course he's going to take the rematch. He's still in awe, he's still shocked, he's beaten all these guys, he's been champ for how long? So that makes me think this is why he's coming back on the 16th. He's coming hard, and there ain't no joking around, knocking him out or not. Whatever role that played, whatever effect it's going to have, I don't know. I'm not psychic. All I know is that he's going to come to fight on the 16th, and I know what I'm going to do, and that's going to be a lot of punches, and I'm coming to fight. And I worked 7 years also to get to this point, and I ain't giving anything up right now after 7 years. I mean, it's just, if you take it, you're going to have to run somehow or some way. So, I'm going out there and I'm putting everything into it. My conditioning is superb, and my strength is superb. My confidence is superb, and my focus, the main thing is my focus is superb. And I expect the same from Taylor, and I think that's what you guys are all going to see on the 16th, is a continuation of the 7th round, but probably, I'm not a predictor. I'll just say I'm coming away with the W. So if it's decision, knockout, or whatever it is, I'm coming away with the W, and I just thank everybody for coming out.
And I'm sure President Obama will also revitalize the Youngstown area.
This is the guy who supported McCain for years. It's good doing a promotion with the bell. All right, what we're going to do now is pose